And are we seeing any signs that Donald Trump is perhaps starting to run out of patience with Netanyahu as well?
Yeah, Donald Trump is an interesting character because, any simplistic assessment sort of misses some important truths. Clearly, Donald Trump is a very visual thinker. So when he sees television imagery in particular, he understands television very well. And the evidence suggests that when he sees emaciated, suffering children, he is genuinely moved by that and he cares about that. I mean, you wish he sort of thought about it more beforehand, but, at the moment, this seems to be getting through. And he does show signs of running out of patience with Netanyahu, just as he's running out of patience with Vladimir Putin on a different front. And that, opens the way for change because the key player in all of this, the key backer of this current Israeli government is America. And that was true under Biden, it's true under Trump. If America stops supplies of armaments within a week, operations begin to grind to a halt on the ground in Gaza and beyond. So, Trump is critically important. And, we sort of keep clutching at straws, hoping for change. But it is promising. I don't think we've seen him this year talk about suffering in Gaza the way he's been talking about it lately. And it's those television images that make the difference. And we can see why Netanyahu didn't want international journalists on the ground in Gaza, because now we're getting these images out. It does appear that it's breaking a dam, that American popular opinion, public opinion, including the president's opinion, is being swayed by these images.
And what about neighbouring countries? How would they be likely to react if we do see this expanded military offensive in Gaza?
Well, the whole backstory there, Ash, is that the extremists in this government want ethnic cleansing. They want to move, 2+ million people out of Gaza into where? Well, into Egypt, into Jordan. And of course, the neighboring countries know full well if that happens, that they'll be blamed and they'll be stuck with the problem forever. There'll be no end to it. There are 7 million Palestinians in Gaza, the West Bank and Israel, 7 million Jewish Israelis. Most of them are not going to go anywhere. They have to find some way of living together that works for both groups. But the right-wing extremists in this government believe they can get rid of the 2 million in Gaza and perhaps the 7 million entirely. And of course, neighbouring countries say, well, the only way you can do that, I mean, it'll come at great human cost and abuse of rights, but also we will bear the burden. And you look at the number of Palestinian refugees in Lebanon, in Jordan, and beyond, and that's the lesson of history. So they're quietly fuming, but they're sort of careful about what they say in public.
Professor Greg Barton, I appreciate your insights. Thank you.